Hey, we're getting calls and emails from people all over the country asking about what it's like to move your family here, and I'm going to address some of those issues or some of those questions that people are having when they're asking us about what it's like if I'm going to move my family, grade school, high school age kids, and we're moving from somewhere else in the country, and they really want to know what it's like to raise a family here in Palm Coast. Well, we're going to talk about some of those issues coming up next. Hey everyone, I'm Bill Bishop with the Living in Palm Coast Real Estate Team, and if this is your first time to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that little bell, and you'll get notified of all the upcoming videos that we have regarding Palm Coast in this northeast area. Palm Coast, Flagler Beach, Ormond Beach. We cover it all here on this channel. So, and quite frankly, we're getting calls and there's a bug. We're getting calls and text messages and emails, asking us about what it's like to live, work, play, and retire here in Palm Coast, and we absolutely love it. So send us a call, shoot us an email, hit us up with a text, and we'd be happy to visit with you about what it's like to relocate here in Palm Coast, in this Palm Coast area. So that being said, let's get into why are families, wanting to move here to the Palm Coast area. Well, I think a lot of things have to do with why families are moving all over the country. I'm reading up, being in the real estate industry and kind of a nerd about statistics and demographics about why people are moving to one area of the country and versus the other, and a lot of things have to do with three basic things, and it's schools. I think it's the quality of life, which includes like how safe is your neighborhoods, and affordability. I just learned that the average price for a single family home in California is $800,000. That just blew me away. I was totally surprised by how that was. Now, in this, in the Palm Coast area, it is, we're less expensive than even the rest of Florida, and the rest of Florida are hovering around that $320,000 mark for their average home prices, and you can even get home prices obviously for less than that if you do the looking and maybe you get a new home. But I want to get back to the issues of why I'm learning anyway, why the families that we're working with, and we hear from them all the time about why they're moving here, and a lot of it has to do with affordability, like I mentioned, but also there's a couple other things that I think I want to touch on, and they're kind of more. They're less definable, I guess, statistically, but I guess it's kind of an overall feel of where you live and the quality of life. Some of the things I wanted to talk about with regards to people moving their families here to Palm Coast, and I talked to a lot of mothers and fathers, and they're debating on whether to stay in the cities where they're at. I moved from Minneapolis. And although I didn't have any, my family is all grown. The people I spoke with up there, there were things that drew them to that, that more metropolitan area, and then there are some things that I think that they say maybe aren't worth it, maybe aren't worth sticking around for these in these big cities. All right, let's talk about the schools, for example, here in Palm Coast. Now, it's widely believed here in Florida that St. Johns County is really considered the one of the best for the high schools, elementary schools. It's the best county for schools in Florida. I was looking at some of the statistics about Palm Coast, and although Palm Coast shows that all of the different companies that go out and they look at test scores and all that kind of stuff, and although we're Flagler schools and the Flagler County schools is ranked somewhere in around the middle as far as the state rankings go. I have talked to a lot of people, and the way they tend to describe Flagler schools is not like they're a mediocre type of school. They're often described to me as being, St. Johns County having the best school system, and Flagler County actually coming in right behind as far as quality of education for your kids. So that was really good to hear. I think Florida gets a bad rap as far as their school system, but I have heard really good things. And besides that, Florida schools were open for, Flagler schools in particular were open throughout the entire last year. They had to wear masks. It's we're kind of going over kind of a mask issue here, but I think as infections and everything go down within probably a few weeks, the schools, the high schools and elementary schools are going to work through all those issues. But I think parents moving down here, a lot of parents move down here just for that reason, is to get their schools out of states that they saw maybe like perpetual lockdowns, perpetual remote learning at that point, so that they were looking for all the other alternatives to educate their kids. So that's kind of a breakdown. I have talked to, I was just talking to my neighbor, and she graduated from the Flagler school system here, and I asked her, I said, how'd you like the schools? And as a student going there, and she said, well, she really liked it. She thought it was a really good school. Everybody has their own. Obviously, it's a very objective question, but she had some good things to say about it, which I thought was cool. No school systems are perfect. Really, I think going through this whole issue with school systems and the Palm Coast school system, the Flagler County school system is right up there. You'll see stats where it kind of puts us in the middle, but in speaking with people and talking with people about where we rank, St. Johns County being like right the county that's just to the north of us, they have great schools, and a lot of people say that ours are right up there as well. So it put a whole new focus on how our kids are getting educated, and people are really looking at maybe different areas of the country. I know that with people and jobs, that the mobility of jobs, a lot of the people moving to and that's I guess my second point as far as families moving here, and is there any work? Is there any work to be had for new families moving here? And there's in the trades, in the medical area, there is definitely a need, especially if you're maybe even a business owner that maybe wants to move their company down here. It's a really good environment. As far as jobs go, definitely the trades and those types of jobs are in high demand right now, as well as the medical field. These younger families are moving here now. Palm Coast was really sort of known as being sort of a retirement community. This is where you came to retire, but I'm really seeing, and it bears out in the statistics, that Palm Coast is really growing as far as families moving here. I think that, from the people I've talked to, is that they're really looking for to not only to get out to the suburbs, because you can be in Orlando and you can go out into the suburbs and you can kind of get away from all the hectic parts of living in a big metropolitan area. And I really think that a lot of people are saying no to that right now. They're moving away from these larger metropolitan areas and out to the suburbs, granted, but also out to these second and third tier suburbs, which that's what Palm Coast really is. We're an hour from Orlando, maybe an hour and 15 minutes if you really want to get downtown Orlando or Winter Park. Hour and 20 minutes. If you want to get to the airport, it's going to take you a good hour and a half. But Jacksonville's an hour or so away. So those are two main big metropolitan areas. And in talking with a lot of the families around that are moving here, I just sense that they're looking for an alternative, and they're weighing their quality of life issues versus some of the amenities and some of the big city things you get with the big arenas and the big ballparks and the abundance of really good restaurants. Those are the things that I think families are weighing and saying, they're weighing their quality of life decisions, and they're saying, is it so bad to be out in a area like Palm Coast where it's a smaller town, it's 100,000 people, a lot of people, your neighbor, the kids your kids are going to school with. So those are some of the things that I think people are weighing when it comes to moving their family from other areas of the country, other areas of Florida. We're getting a lot of people that are moving from South Florida and moving up here, just getting away from the high prices of homes down in South Florida and also in Orlando, and getting out to these second and third tier markets where you can still pick up a home for a pretty affordable price. It's actually less than other areas even of Florida. And Florida's although we're booming here as far as construction, you can still pick up a home for a new built home even for $275, $250 to the $300 range here in the Palm Coast area. Those are things that I think families are asking us about and commenting about, and wanting to know a little bit more information about what's going on for families here in Palm Coast. Now you have every place imaginable to take your family. You've got the beaches, you've got the intercoastal waterway, kayaking and boating and biking, so there's no shortage of activities. And if you want to hit the amusement parks, you're just an hour and a half away. Anyway, I hope that helps, and just kind of deciphering and getting through some of the information, because we're getting a lot of calls and people calling up about wanting us to figure out what should we be thinking about Palm Coast to move our family. And in my opinion, this is someone coming from a small town in Iowa. I spent my first 18 years of my life in a town of 12,000 people. So it's kind of almost getting back to that small town feel. It's not that small, but Palm Coast definitely gives you that sense of community. And anyway, that's all I have to say about the family moving to Palm Coast. I hope you enjoyed this video, and again, subscribe if you want to check out more information about what we're going to be trying to do. We're doing these videos every week, and so anyway, subscribe, hit that notifications button. And we love hearing from you guys, so if you're interested in moving here, relocating here, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. There's a plane right above. So anyway, I'm gonna go for today, and hope to see you back next time. And until next time, bye-bye. Oh, and by the way, we also have a couple other videos. It's funny, planes fly by here all the time. We have a couple new videos too, so check those out as well. Okay, so we'll see you.